Hello, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024 and welcome back to the iniBuilds A350-900. As you can see, we're in Qatar livery today and we're parked on the ramp at Tambo in Johannesburg, South Africa. And we are taking our Qatari A350 from Johannesburg down to Durban. This is a real world route. And so looking at one of probably the most commonly flown routes on my channel is between Joburg and Durban, because it's a route that you get to fly complex airliners on that doesn't take too long, and it is a route that's actually done quite often in the real world as well. But for today's video, I am testing out GSX Pro for the first time. I've never ever used GSX before in any of the sims, but I picked it up yesterday and I've done a couple of tests with it, just seeing how things work and getting to know the interface and stuff. But I'm going to be trying it out on a full flight today, so we'll be using GSX to load up our A350 and then we'll be flying it down to Durban. I'm also using Beyond ATC, so you can see we have our traffic in the background and I have Active Sky doing the weather. So let's jump aboard and we can start getting things prepped. Right, so we are on the ground power at the moment, so that's cool, and we're just waiting for everything to power up. So I guess we can do a couple of things while we wait. So it is currently 1025 here, and we'll turn that on. I'm gonna guess that our initial climb is gonna be 8,000. Right, then we can come up here. Let's get these on. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that can be on. That goes up. Make sure that that's on. Cool. Nav lights are on. Logo's on auto. We can flip all of these over to auto so long. That should be on arm. That's good. Those stay off until we're done fueling, and the rest we are good for now. Right, now we're just waiting for this to finish its boot up sequence. So let's come down here and we can clear this. Let's get our flight plan loading. Okay, nice and simple today. Joburg down to Durban. We're going at 350. Cost index of 24. Okay, we need our plan to get our departure. I'm gonna guess that we're going with 3 left. And in fact, why don't we just call up ATC so long and ask them. So our frequency clearance is 1217. Johannesburg delivery, good afternoon. Qatari 1367 Heavy, IFR to Durban, ready to copy. Right, we do actually have this up now.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, Johannesburg delivery. Expect runway 03 left. Addons 1 Bravo departure. On its way. Squawk 4021.
Okay, expect runway 03 left. Addons 1 Bravo departure. Squawk 4021. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, so 03 left and Addons 1 Bravo, which is pretty standard for this route.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, readback correct. Contact ground 122.65 when ready for push or start.
122.65, Qatari 1367 Heavy, good afternoon. Okay, 4021. Right, fueling is happening, so that's cool. Not a lot of fuel today because we're not going very far. Oh, select refueling level from SimBrief. There we go. That should do it. Right. I wonder what the default settings do. I see I didn't want TARA. Can't actually switch that off. Okay, so we'll do this. I guess we need to wait for the IRS to align and stuff like that, then we can do it properly. Okay, let's come over here. So GSX is doing its thing, it seems. Let's have a look. So I don't see any vehicles at the moment. The fueling might already be done because that was... I think we already had roughly that amount of fuel in. So next it'll ask for boarding, which is cool. Okay, so that just flashes even if I open it, right. So we're supposed to have 11,700 and we're at 12, so I think we're good. Also, the frame rate at our Tambo always struggles. Okay. So I think GSX is busy doing what it needs to do. Right, so I guess we uplifted 0 because we already had 12 in the tanks. And the rest of these are just metas, we can clear those. Let's go here and see. So, 0 fuel weight 162.3, takeoff at 173.5 tons. Up to 350. 12 tons of fuel. This gave us 2 on right, ATC gave us 03 left. Durban we're expecting 24 with the, it'll be APMAT 1 Bravo. Cool. So let's go here. 24. We'll say ILS Yankee. We'll see what they give us when we get closer, but APMAT 1 Bravo, insert that. Right, then we need to do fuel and load. So 0 fuel weight is, I can't remember now, 163 point something. 162.3. Okay, the CG we can go and get over here. No, here. But I don't, you see, we haven't loaded this yet. Let's put it in 25.9. And we can put 12 in there. Packs we will have, we don't know yet. Right, we have more messages. So 305 on the packs it looks like we're gonna have. Let's put that in. Cool, and then takeoff performance we can do from here. So let's sync this from the FMS. Let's sync the weather. And we can send that to the FMS. Let me just accept this here. So flaps 1. 26.5, flexing to 52, 31, 36, 40. Right, ATC didn't give us an initial climb, so that means it's part of the departure. I think it is 8,000. Okay, 9,000. So 090. APDAC 1 Bravo. So 1 Delta is 8,000. 1 Bravo, we're going to flight level 090. Okay, I'm a bit concerned that we haven't even started boarding yet, so I don't really know what's happening here. Maybe I should just request it myself.
Boarding requested.
Okay, jetway is moving, and it's doing the doors automatically. Okay, so that's good. We're inside the jetway now. Okay, cool. I wonder if you can. Oh, yeah, yes, you can.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
Okay, I think it's asking us questions.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Crew boarding starting.
Cool, that's actually South African accent. Sick.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, we can see the crew coming down the jetway, so that's really cool. There's our cabin crew coming down there. So once they're in position, then I guess we should see the passengers coming down as well. And we have our cargo being loaded. They've already connected for pushback.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Can I turn this up? Oh, I can't do it from here. It's being controlled from there. Interesting. Right, while we're watching, there come the passengers. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Weather in Durban is not great. So, raining, overcast at 3,600. Forecast in the next, like, 2.5 hours for overcast to be at 100 feet. Okay, but we should be in before that happens, but we'll keep an eye on that because that could become an issue. Someone taking off, I think. Or are they taxiing in? I think that's someone taxiing. There we go. Is that Air Mauritius? Yeah, another A350. Very nice. Okay, so passengers are boarding. We don't need to do anything here. And this is actually populating.
This way.
Okay, and the crew will actually talk to them.
This way.
So let's see if it actually does the 305. How do I kill these messages? So out of 305. Perfect. Okay, that's awesome.
Welcome on.
Right, other than that, I think we are pretty much good to go. This is all set.
Hello.
we just need to call up ground when we are ready to push. The pushback crew are good to go, so we're just waiting for our passengers to finish boarding, I guess. 30 out of 305.
This way, please.
Let's open this curtain for them. You maybe should have done that, ma'am. Doesn't look like a very Qatari uniform though, does it? I think you can mess around with like the uniforms that they wear and stuff like that.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Okay, do we actually see them sitting down? Oh wow, you do. So, the first time I tested this, they didn't actually sit. But then I did some like updates and stuff, and now it seems to be working fine. So our passengers are actually boarding and taking their seats.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome on board. Welcome on board.
Okay, let's see.
May I see your boarding pass?
Hopefully it'll give us another one of those pop-ups soon, just to say how many people have boarded. I suppose we can also look here. We're at 88. So this is giving us the total capacity that we could load. So we're not loading the full 324, we're doing 305, but we're at 95 of that now. And that fuel is still crazy.
Good afternoon.
It's such a low amount. Cargo is 88% done. Okay, that's good to know. 100 out of 305, so going nice and quickly. I did time accelerate the boarding because, you know, normally to board 300 people I'd probably take an hour, I suppose. We don't want to wait that long, so I did speed that up a bit.
Good afternoon.
Right, fueling is done, so we can turn these on. And I guess that we can also set that to on.
Good afternoon.
And we'll need to fire up the APU so we can start the engines when we are ready. And also, while we're doing that, we should probably come down here
This way.
and just check. And now I got distracted. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, yes. So,
Good afternoon.
how do I actually... I've never done this in the A350.
Hello.
I'm looking for... like... So on the other Airbuses, they're down here, so I don't know why I was looking over there. Okay, so let's have a look. 13 degrees inside the cockpit, holy moly.
This way.
Oh, this is probably why.
This way.
It sounds like something big is going past. Is it the A380 pushing back? No. Was that just our aircons actually kicking off? Wow. Oh, it's the APU starting up. Okay. We should see that temperature start to come up shortly. Okay, then let's come down here for now and do checklists. So those are all done. Alright, so this is the thing I don't quite get. If I go checklist complete, it closes that whole thing and I have to go back here. But if I don't do that, it doesn't tick it off as being done, which is kind of annoying. Okay, parking brake, takeoff speed, slides on, beacon will turn on shortly. Temperature isn't changing in here. Okay, APU is up and running. I guess we can disconnect the external power. Okay, parking brake is set. The cargo is heating up. But not the passenger. Okay, there we go. Cockpit has come up 1 degree, so something is happening at least.
Springbok 359, gate Echo 1, request pushback.
Echo 1 is next to us, so that's that
Tambo apron.
A320.
Face north.
What's this one?
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Springbok 359.
North is that way. It should be face east. There goes the pushback. Tug, we are going to do nose left, tail right. Okay, cool. Oh, you can still see the passengers coming down the jetway. Bit of a dodgy pushback. Didn't quite go far enough, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. At least it's facing the right direction. You can probably stop now, bro. Okay, so this is happening. Interesting. Okay, so GSX just finished boarding. And I guess that means we are good to go. 301. Wonder what happened to our other 4 passengers. Okay, it keeps downloading these same 5 messages, I guess. Okay, we can then ask for push and start, I guess. So beacon we need to switch on. That's now on. Checklist is complete. And let's go back to checklist menu. And then it'll be after start, right. Alright, Tambo Apron, good afternoon. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Gate Echo 6, ready for push and start. Oh, I have got GSX connected to BATC as well.
1367 Heavy.
So this should trigger the pushback from beyond ATC.
Face east.
Face east is better than face north. Face east, Qatari 1367 Heavy. So let's see if that triggers something in GSX to start the pushback. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, does not seem like it. Oh, something's happening. There we go, it is. Okay, nose right. No, we want nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Shocks removed. Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, start at will. So we will go start engine 2. And we have the wing walkers. Very cool. There goes that South African A320.
Safar 232. Contact OR Tambo Tower 118.1. Contact Tower 118.1.
Right, should start a turn here soon. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's fire up engine 1. Okay, anti-ice not required. Right, this is set 1025. Flight level 090. Check, check. Engines are coming up, then we'll do flaps 1 and arm the spoilers. Let's close this one out. Wow, look at that. Pretty good pushback. So they should ask us to set the parking brake shortly. It's just lining us up. Very nice. It's behind the British Airways A380. Okay, engines stable.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set.
Waiting your
Flaps
confirmation
on.
for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Okay, the slides are all armed, so that's good. Right, let's go to flight controls. Up, down, left, right, and rudder full left,
Unlocking gear.
full right. I don't see anything for that. Although, they are moving. Maybe it's because of the gear pin? Interesting. Ah, there it was because of that.
Bypass pin removed.
Interesting.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, let's go in here. Alright, there goes our pushback truck. And there goes the wing walker. Shame, the wing walker from this side's got to go a long way. Okay, that should stay on standby, but this needs to be on. That's on. Cool, so we'll set that once we get closer to the runway. Here we should go back to flight plan. Very nice. And the rest is all good. Traffic is on. Cool, let's just set this back to the default screen. And in fact, what we do need here is the chart, even though this is going to be fairly simple. Okay, Delta Alpha Bravo short of 3 left is what I'm expecting. And our Tambo apron, Qatari 1367 Heavy, ready for taxi. Alright, let's come up here and we can shut down the APU, and I should probably also set that back to normal. And taxi.
Qatari 1367
Cool.
Heavy, runway 03 left, taxi via Delta, Alpha, Bravo.
Perfect. 03 left, taxi via Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, brakes released. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so we go right on Alpha, which is just here. It's another aircraft coming in there, Sapphire going in, but they'll go into the Charlie gates, so they'll cross over there at, what are they, at Kilo Lima. Okay, so they should be crossing in front of us long before we get there, so that's chilled. There's that Mauritius A350 that came in earlier. Okay, cabin's ready, which means we can quickly do this. Config test is good. Right, takeoff no blue. Don't really need this anymore. No other aircraft taxiing in. One taxiing out from this side either. Okay, next they'll hand us over to the tower. I'm having the first officer do the radios by selecting auto tune in Beyond ATC, just so that I don't have to manually tune the frequencies, but you'll see normally when I fly aircraft, if I was doing it single pilot, I'll do that myself. Right, all the Sapphires, Airlinks. There's a SAA in there as well. Down at the Charlie gates, no one coming down there. Oh, there is. It looks like an Airlink plane out there, but they're not going to interfere with us. Okay, a little bit of power up the hill. Okay, so they should hand us over to tower shortly. Just slow down for this turn.
Qatari 1367 Heavy. Contact OR Tambo Tower 118.1.
118.1, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Good day. Johannesburg Tower, good afternoon. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Runway 03 left, ready for departure.
Qatari 1367 Heavy. OR Tambo Tower. Runway 03 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 03 left. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Right, we are clear for takeoff. So let's get that on, that on, that on. Seatbelts are on. Oh, why did we stop? And then we also just need to do this. And now we are good to go. Okay, no one out there. They shouldn't be landing on 03 left anyway when it's not busy. That looks like an Airlink Embraer. Seems like it's gonna wait for us. Damn, they could have certainly crossed while we lined up still. Anyway. Engine stable. And man flex 52 SRS runway auto thrust blue. It's quite windy from the left. I can certainly feel it. Nice and gusty, but we are up. Okay, gear coming up, and autopilot 1 on. I forgot how light we were just going down to Durban. Okay, let's just do this. We can do that. And we can come back to climb.
Heavy. Contact Johannesburg, radar 123.7.
Flaps up. 123.7, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Good day. Johannesburg radar, good afternoon. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Passing 7,500 feet, climbing flight level 090. And APDAC 1 Bravo departure.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, Johannesburg radar, identified, climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, there's 8,000 feet, we set standard. And we'll start our right-hand turn shortly. Okay, at least with the engines running now, our temperatures are a bit better, although we can bump them up a little bit. Maybe that's a bit much. Right, 9,000 feet. Okay, there's 10,000. Let's switch off the landing lights. Nose lights. Seatbelts can go to auto. The rest can stay as they are. Beautiful late afternoon departure from Johannesburg as the sun is setting, and so we might actually be landing in Durban in the dark. Let's dial this up to 350. We'll just assume that ATC is not going to do anything weird, so we can hand over control to our first officer. And then, oh, we never closed the door. That's all good. Should have actually gone to the other side. Sorry, ma'am, I don't want to climb over you.
1367 Heavy. Contact Johannesburg Control West 118.5.
Okay, our first officer will sort that radio call out. You look kind of terrifying.
Johannesburg Control West, Qatari 1367 Heavy, through flight level 146.
There's no seats open here.
170.
So I actually wanted to just have a seat and just look out the window. I suppose we have to sit on this guy's lap.
Climb to flight level 350, Qatari 1367 Heavy.
Glow 124 Kilo, Johannesburg Control West. Expect Nibble 1 Bravo, runway 0.
Okay, there we go.
Right.
And we were cleared up to 350. So now we can cruise along for the next
Expect Nibble 1 Bravo,
probably
runway 03
30
right. Glow
minutes,
124 Kilo.
40 minutes. And I'll see you again just now when we prep for our descent.
Glow 124 Kilo, Nibble 1 Bravo.
Okay, we are not too far from our top of descent now. And the other aircraft in front, they're not actually in front of us, they're kind of parallel with us, which is Sapphire 322. They're also going into Durban, and they were given runway 6, so I don't think we're going to get runway 24 anymore. As you can see, clouds have built up, so we're expecting that rainy, cloudy weather over Durban.
Control East, Sapphire 322, descending via Qatar 1 Charlie, flight level 257.
So there's Sapphire 322. So we're going to call next and say ready for descent, because I think they're going to change our runway.
Control East identified.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, ready for descent.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, Atmos 1 Alpha, runway 06, descend to flight level 250.
APMAT 1 Alpha, runway 06, descend to flight level 250, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, so we'll start our descent. We're a little early, so the Airbus will descend at 1,000 feet a minute until we catch up to that profile. Right, let's go. What happened there? It's just us bouncing around. And the sun coming through the windscreen. Bouncing around quite a bit. Okay. Let's go. Whoa. Oh, I know what it is. On the wrong keyboard profile, so the key that I have to set this view down here is doing rudder inputs. That's what it actually is. Okay, that should fix that. Much better. Right, let's go to Durban. So, APMAT 1 Alpha and the airport and the approach. So we'll pin Zulu and Yankee. Right, intercepted 3,000, minimums 487 Barrow. Qatari 1367 Heavy, can you confirm the approach that we will be receiving, please?
Johannesburg Control East, Qatari 1367 Heavy. You will be receiving RNAV 06 approach.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, we would like to request an approach change to the ILS Yankee runway 06, please.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, confirm new approach ILS Yankee runway 06.
Affirmative, Qatari 1367 Heavy.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, expect radar vectors for ILS Yankee runway 06.
Radar vectors for the ILS Yankee runway 06, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Thank you very much. King Shaka is now showing... Ooh, updated METAR. Thunderstorms in the area. Few clouds 3,400. Broken clouds at 4,000. Cumulonimbus clouds from 6,500. Wind 230 at 10. Interesting. So runway 26... runway 24 makes way more sense according to the actual weather. Qatari 1367 Heavy, sorry, would it be possible to get runway 24?
Qatari 1367 Heavy, enable runway change at this time.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, we'll just have to deal with a bit of significant tailwind. Right, so winds for the approach 230 at 10. I'm gonna do this. Temperature outside is 20. QNH 1017. And what did I say? 467 or something like that. 487. Okay, so that is set, flaps full, the approach 128. Okay, we're level at 250 now. ATC will need to give us further descent. I guess we can arm the speed brakes as well. Right, then let's go here. Okay, so we're exit at hotel, and we'll taxi back down here
Qatari
and around.
1367 Heavy, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Qatari 1367 Heavy. We're about 3,000 feet above where we should be, so we should be able to catch that up. I'll keep an eye on that. If we need speed brakes, we can use that.
Johannesburg Control East, expect Avro 1 Alpha, runway 03 right.
Okay, aircraft is asking for speed brakes,
Expect Avro 1 Alpha.
so
Runway
let's
03
do
right.
a bit of speed brake.
0289.
Okay, so we actually did all of these. Right, minimums are set. Runway condition. Let's say wet. Yeah, we'll say wet. Auto brake is on. 1017 we'll set once we get a bit closer. Oh, that's a nasty looking bank of clouds. That. Wow. Okay, we are leveling off again. Flight number 190.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Qatari 1367 Heavy.
Fair 289, contact Johannesburg Control West 118.5, bye-bye.
Contact Johannesburg Control.
So that flight, Safed 289, I think they were heading from Joburg. Sorry, from Durban to Joburg. They're going the opposite direction. Safed 3, I think it was 339. That's sort of parallel with us going into Durban. I should have probably done this earlier as well. Damn, look at that weather radar. Okay, aircraft wants some speed brakes again, so we shall do so. I don't know why they don't just clear us down to like 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. I don't think there's anyone in front of us. Okay, Safed 339, just looking on the active sky. I don't see them anymore. Is an Airlink flight, which seems like it's on the ground at King Shaka, so they might be taking off shortly. gonna level at 12. Starting that turn.
1367 heavy. Contact Durban approach 125.75.
125.75, Qatari 1367 heavy. Good day. Seven approach, good afternoon, Qatari 1367 heavy. APMAT 1 Bravo, and we are flight level 120. Oh, that's wrong. So we changed to 1 Alpha.
Qatari 1367 Heavy Durban approach. Expect radar vectors for ILS Yankee runway 06.
Expect radar vectors for the ILS Yankee runway 06, Qatari 1367 heavy.
Qatari 1367 Heavy. Descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet, Qatari 1367 heavy. Should give me a QNH when you do that as well, though. That's fine. We've got QNH 1017. Now, this looks pretty rough now. There's some lightning around us. That's not lightning, that's our strobe lights. Was lightning though. Okay, these can come on, and we'll just force the logo to be on as well. Oh, there we go, there's Durban. Looks like we're going to hit quite a rough patch of weather as we begin our approach, or final approach, I guess. We're in a bit of a gap at the moment. Oh, I see, Safi, I said 339, it's 322.
1367 Heavy. Leave the 1 and 1 heading 210. Expect radar vectors for ILS Yankee runway 06.
That's this way. Leave November 1 heading 210 and radar vectors for the ILS Yankee runway 06, Qatari 1367 heavy. Yeah, so what I've found in my experience with Beyond ATC is before we get to that point, they'll call us back and just give us a vector anyway. But it's looking at the active sky map. Safir 322 is still coming into Durban. It's back on the map. They're just about to fly overhead Pietermaritzburg, so they'll be not too long behind us. Oh wow, look how bad that looks now. Okay, so once we get to this point, we turn to 210. But they'll probably call us before then and just give us a vector.
descend to flight level 060, vectors for the approach.
060, you already gave us 5,000. Left heading 230, descend to flight level 060, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, we're gonna level off here at 060 then.
Negative, descend to flight level 060.
Descend to flight level 060, Qatari 1367 Heavy.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet, Qatari 1367 Heavy.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, turn left, heading 160, descend to 4,000 feet.
Left heading 160, descend to 4,000 feet, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? Put that in the speed. My bad. That's why you always double check that the plane is doing what you asked it to do. So basically I dialed that in, and then I looked here and went, why is it not turning? That's how you pick up issues like that. Obviously if you had an actual first officer with you, they would have picked that up as well. Right, there comes the rain. Come on, give us a turn. Please don't overshoot me like it always does.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, 6 miles from CF06Y, turn left, heading 085, maintain 3,000 feet until established, cleared ILS Yankee runway 06.
Left heading 085, descend and maintain 3,000 until established, clear for the ILS Yankee runway 06, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, let's get some flaps. This weather is nasty now. Please click. Oh my word. Okay, landing checklist. Okay, just gear and flaps left, which makes sense. Lights are set. Qatari 1367 established, ILS 06. Okay, 16 miles out.
1367 Heavy, affirmative.
Probably shouldn't have slowed down yet, that's quite far out still. And it is proper raining now.
Durban departure, Safar 322. Good afternoon. Flight level 099er, we have Yankee.
There's 322 just behind us.
Safar 322 Durban approach. Expect the RNAV runway 06.
Expect the RNAV runway 06, Safar 322.
think we should brief the missed approach because that's entirely possible. Okay, climb to 3000. At or above 3000, right hand turn back to the VOR. And we enter the racetrack at 4000. Max 265 knots.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, contact King Shaka Tower 118 for 5.
118.45. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Right, 10 miles out now. We are on the glide slope. And the localizer, obviously. King Shaka Tower, good evening. Qatari 1367 Heavy, ILS Yankee, runway 06.
2,500.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, King Shaka Tower, runway 06 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 06. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, wow, looks like we're out of that rough patch for the time being, but we're going to hit a bit more range just over the runway. Okay, so 3000 for the missed approach is set, and then we'll follow ATC's instructions. If they tell us to continue, it should already be here. But it looks like we're going to be okay. Let's get the gear down and let's slow down to our approach speed. Flaps 3
1,000.
and flaps full. Okay, flaps set for landing. Cabin isn't ready for some reason. Lovely tailwind we're landing with here, so it's going to be interesting.
$500, 400, 100 above, 300, 200.
It is pretty rough out there.
Minimum.
Continue.
100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Next available taxiway, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Right, welcome to Durban. Floated a lot because of the tailwind, but I guess that's to be expected.
Qatari 1367 Heavy, contact ground 121.65, bye-bye.
121.65. Good day, Qatari 1367 Heavy. Wow, okay, that was pretty intense. I just want to look up what this gate is actually called. So it's Charlie 2 that we want to go to. Domain ground, good evening. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Request taxi to gate Charlie 2, please. Okay, APU needs to come on. Landing lights off, that stays on, strobes come off.
Welcome to King Shaka Airport. Gate Charlie 2 taxi via Alpha, November, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Gate Charlie 2 taxi via Alpha, November, Bravo, Foxtrot. Qatari 1367 Heavy. Okay, lots of things to do because it's just me. This needs to go to standby. Yes. This needs to turn off, which it is.
To Johannesburg Airport.
Then we need to go and grab this.
King Shaka ground. Expect runway 06, Greytown 1 Alpha departure. Initial climb to flight level 060.
Yes, we're going straight. Oh, we need to turn right onto Bravo, then Fox. Okay.
Greytown 1 Alpha departure. Squawk 4640. Springbok 578. Springbok 578. Read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Roger that. Springbok 578.
Wow, that was intense, but welcome to Durban King Shaka. Let's see that Sapphire 322 that still has to come in. They are on final now. There we go, I can just see their strobe lights through the clouds now. There. Those are their landing lights now. I saw the flash first. Now we can sort of see the landing lights. We'll keep an eye on that. It's disappeared again. There come the landing lights. It's not even raining here. It's raining on that end of the runway and it's pouring on the other end as well. Emirates 777 in Charlie 1 there. Or is that Charlie 3? Can't remember. Damn, we're gonna miss that Sapphire landing because we're gonna have to be steering. There's lightning everywhere. Emirates has got its logo lines on. Wonder if they're coming out soon. Oh, nav lines though. Okay, we're going other side, Emirates. we're Charlie 2, so middle one. Okay, I thought so. Charlie 1 is on this end, so they're not Charlie 3, they'll be Charlie 5. Because they're also in the big gate. Brakes hot, I was expecting that message. Now I believe you can get GSX to do like the safe docking systems. I haven't looked into that yet. You can also get it to do like follow me cars and stuff. He seems very excited. Is that a GSX thing or is that just standard flight sim? Okay, parking brake set. And we can shut down the engines. So maybe we should just do that, is do the chocks.
The boarding requested.
And we can release the parking brake. And delay takeoff. Okay, we're not taking off just yet anyway. Okay, let's switch off the beacon light. And we can ask for the GPU. Right, and that is us safely at Durban King Shaka, despite the weather we had on approach. Oh, we can't see through this jetway. We can over there.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Okay, so we should see them walking through there, I guess. Let's see if that works. Right, cargo is being unloaded. It sounds like 322 landing now, so we should see them taxi back in as well. Yeah, so it also depends on like where the passenger spawn and despawn point is. It might actually be in here somewhere, so you don't see them go all the way. But I know that is something that we could edit, so I could edit that to have it in there. Possibly. I don't see the passengers walking through there. Let's just go back inside. Yeah, they are disembarking through there. Okay. Yeah, so I think what it is that the despawn point is in here somewhere, so they don't actually go all the way through. But we can have a look at tweaking that. Right, let's just come down here. Is there anything else we need to do from here? See, customize this parking position. Additional services. Out of 305, so that's going to take a while. So yeah, we can go into here. Oh, where did I see it? It was in this menu, wasn't it? Somewhere here was customize, and then we can mess around with that, but I'm not going to do that today. That is going to bring us to the end of the video. So far, GSX I think is pretty cool. It does add a level of immersion. I think it does take quite a bit of work to get right, and if you want all of these little airports to work and stuff, you do need those custom profiles, which of course you can download as well. If other people have made them, you can also download them and use them. But anyway, so far I'm happy with GSX. That was a very, very cool flight. I love the A350, and it got really intense towards the end there. Beyond ATC was good. So overall an enjoyable flight. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video. And as always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do down below. And hopefully I see you in the next one.